Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Shon-Jhon, aka the Middleman CEO. I hope you guys are having a wonderful and blessed and amazing day. And if you are not, then I hope that you start having that very soon. I've done a couple of layoff review videos, and this wasn't even a plan whenever I started doing this channel, but I've had some people reach out and share some content and say, hey, look, these are people, examples of people that have worked and are just getting let go, blindsided by their companies. In fact, I just heard from a friend within the past hour that she's had a job here in Dallas at TD Jake's ministry. I think she worked on the phone for a few years, and even like her department's gotten laid off. She just texted me and let me know that she was laid off today. I feel for everyone who's going through that. I know what it's like. And that's why I always tell you guys to be prepared for a worst case scenario. And it might not even be a worst case scenario. For a lot of you, you need to be fired because you've been in that position too long. You should have moved on to what your purpose is and what you're really here to do. But because you settled and got comfortable, you won't even move. Sometimes life's got to nudge you. And so not saying that to sound mean, but for a lot of you, you know you've overstayed your welcome and it's time for you to go. And it's been time for you to go for months, for years, but because it's your comfort level and you're lazy, you don't want to get out of your comfort zone. You kind of stay where you are, but it's time for you to go. So let's talk about it. Hit subscribe, hit thumbs up. Welcome to the channel. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about this video. If you agree or disagree, smash thumbs up. Hit subscribe, share the channel with at least one person like you who could benefit from this. And let's go ahead and talk about it. And let's see what this gentleman has to say. And as always, I don't watch these videos, so I don't have any like thoughts laid out or nothing like that. Like, I just go ahead, hit start, and see what happens. So this is Before the Billions. I don't know the guy's name. That's his channel. It says I was laid off as a data engineer. And so that's where we're going to start. And let's get into it, see what happens, and see what the guy has to say. And
First things first, I wanted to talk about is the fact that I was able to save up a good amount of money before I was laid off. The bad news is that there's no income coming in.
uh, I know sometimes it probably annoy you guys that I stop a good bit, but I don't want to talk over him, and I want to make a point, so I'll try to be quick about it. I've been saying this probably for the past year or two now that you cannot afford to just save money. I don't know where he's going with this, but I just want to let you know. You cannot afford to just save money and wait on a rainy day because if you do that, you're manifesting a rainy day or an emergency and it will happen. And when it does, your money goes out. The problem with savings, once it goes out, it does not come back. So you save 5 grand, sure, it gets you through 30 days. Now you're down to zero. Who knows how long it'll take for you to get another job, or at least a job that pays well enough to take care of you comfortably, right? So, again,
Right at this moment. And if you are somebody who takes care of family or friends or
most
whatever it
do.
is, or if you have responsibilities
Yep.
outside of yourself,
Yep.
then I'll tell you guys is that people will help you to spend money, so you can save money.
That's a fact. And if you wonder why I have my glasses on in my office today, guys, I went to get an eye exam, so my eyes are a little dilated. These screens are so dark right now, even with my glasses. I should be recovered soon, but if you've ever been dilated, you know how it is. So everything's dark and no lights on, no anything. So just bear with me. I know it's dark in here, but just bear with me.
But because you have other responsibilities, and it seems as though when you're helping to take care of family, they're kind of like a bottomless pit of where you throw money at. There's always a constant need for
Facts.
help and money and all those kind of
Always.
things and time.
Facts.
So I wanted to say is that even if you are able to save up money, it is a good idea to figure out how you can make some income in the.
What? What? In the words of Lil Jon, what? I just told you that if you, and I've been telling you, now my students that are in the Middleman CEO Masterclass, you know. But for the rest of you, I keep telling you that piling money in the bank is a losing game for you. It's a winning game for the banks and only the banks. It's a losing game for you. You sit on the money, piling in the bank, saving in the banks, and the banks don't even save money. Watch out now. Y'all gonna get me started preaching up in here.
time,
Go on, young
so
fella.
that way you aren't struggling or having to make
Yeah.
sacrifices.
Keep sitting
Okay,
on that
because
money and watch what
I'm
happens. Life's
very
gonna
much
take it.
so not far away from having to make some difficult decisions, specifically dealing with my house. I bought my house back in 2021. It was a great accomplishment for me. I was doing well. I had my second job as an engineer. I had been working in the industry for a few years, and I was making really good money at the time. Um, I was trying to make it so that way I could start building up my life. And getting a house was one of those things. It was the biggest stepping stone that I was able to make back in 2021 during the pandemic. Fast forward to
Oh, it was a
2024, I got
stoner,
laid
right? A
off from my
kidney
job, and
stone.
then the job market is so tough right now. Don't believe anybody who tells you that the job market is so easy. You have hundreds and thousands and tens of thousands of people being laid off all at the same time.
Not just that. There are people that are being laid off because positions are being lost, or our positions are no longer necessary. There might be one person at McDonald's who loses their job because they don't need that extra night shift window attendant, because the computer system, the AI, can do that. So not only that, there are not only are there layoffs, but there are people who are losing their job. Not only, I'll say it this way: not only are there layoffs because positions are being erased, there are layoffs because competition is booming. So the job market might not be booming, but the competition is for that job. So now the company has leverage whenever everybody wants the same job. They can pay less. They can get you to work twice as hard. The company has leverage and not you. If it's the other way around, you can negotiate on your terms, but you can't. You have to rock with what they offer you. Hey, normally this job is 55 an hour, but look, we got so many people competing for it. We're only willing to pay $40 an hour. And there you go. $15 pay cut before you even take the job, but you're so desperate because you need it, you got to take the job anyway. And so not only that, there are people from overseas and other countries who are now able to do jobs here in America without living in America and working for less. So just keep that in mind.
I'm all looking for jobs. There are so many people getting laid off right now. It's ridiculous. I saw somebody post that a company posted a job posting, and it only had been 3 hours. So 3 hours, and they were able to make 100 applicants, over 100 applicants for that one position.
Think of that.
And
I just said
the person who
the
was
demand is
doing
on
the
the wrong
video, they
side.
went down and they showed that the position didn't even have any requirements. It was just a template. They had just
Mm.
posted up the job posting and made it live. There was no requirements at all. There was no job description really.
Oh, goodness.
Position for a software engineer at Twitch, right? Came out 3 hours ago. Over 100 applicants.
Wow.
But bro, there's no fools. They qualify for the role, and they still
People are
apply,
filling out
bro.
applications that go
Like,
nowhere.
yo.
That shows you that the demand is on
So
the wrong side.
people are really desperate
So
right
the
now
companies
for
are
jobs,
have the leverage.
and I'm realizing that there's so many people who are desperate, who've been out of the tech industry or been out of work for several months. Sometimes I've seen people with over a year, they have been laid off and they haven't been able to land a position. So after a full year, I don't care how much money you save up, you still want to make sure that you have some income coming in. Like,
Got
unless
you.
you just are
Keep
independently
saying that.
wealthy and you live off a
Can't
family or
just sit
something
on
like that,
money.
there is no way that any
Money
grown
dies when you
adult
do that.
could live one whole year with no income coming in. So I
To
wanted
his
to make
point,
that.
most Americans have less than $5,000 in the bank account. So for all of those people who keep saying save money, save money, save money, well, people have been trying to save money for the past 10 years, and all they have is 5,000 or less in the bank account. Now, if you're living a cheap lifestyle, that's only gonna last you 2 months. That's if you're living in the hood. You're living in a ghetto area, the slums. It's crime infested. It's bug infested. It's violent. It's alcohol and drugs. It is what it is. You know what those areas look like. I do. I grew up in it. A lot of you probably did. But even 5,000 just sustain you maybe for a couple months there. That's 2,500 a month, especially if you have kids, maybe less. So if the majority of America have less than $5,000 in their bank account, what's the point of even saving? To save, use the money to make more money. Am I telling you to take everything out of your bank account? No. I'm just telling you use some of it to try to make more money and help yourself, okay? Before you
The
get
point
stuck like this.
that you have to navigate and try and figure out new ways of making income. Right now, I have been trying to get remonetized on my YouTube channel because I was demonetized back in 2022.
Okay.
So I was demonetized, and I'm trying to get um, more subscribers and members and everything else. And YouTube demonetized me, and the reason why
This
is
must
they
be
said
his
that it was
second
for reused
source of
content.
income. So
And I'm thinking, okay, well, the news uses other people's content to give commentary. You have big YouTubers who do commentary on other people's content, and you have people who review articles and
I'm not
everything
sure what
else.
he's talking about.
So, I'm
Well, I do
giving
know, but
commentary
it's
on
irrelevant.
things that are going on related.
All right.
I had to look like I'm begging for people to donate, right? I know, like, there are people who go out there like Dr. Umar and they ask for donations and stuff like that, but for me, I kind of don't want to come off like, oh, I'm begging you for something,
Again, I've never
because
watched
of
this,
how my
so I
dad
don't know
taught me.
what he's going
As
to
far
say. I'll
as
just kind of
things that
fast
I've been
forward
doing,
if it's kind of getting
I
off
have
topic.
I've joined several different organizations. I've joined Technologists of Color. Well, I've been a part of Technologists of Color for the past 4 years. So I'm a part of Technologists of Color, but I've gotten more active with them. I have joined Blacks in Technology for the Atlanta chapter. I've joined Urban League of Greater Atlanta for Young Professionals, and I've been attending events pretty regularly, and networking with a lot of people who are doing well for themselves. I have also been attending a plethora of different networking events. If you follow me on LinkedIn
I
or
guess he's talking
Instagram and watch
about,
my stories,
now his
you will
journey
see me
into trying
posting
to find
myself
another
going out
job.
very
So,
often and
so
things, trying to get my name out there. I've been volunteering
okay, he's talking
things
about what he's
relating to
trying to do.
technology and the tech industry and how
All right, I
things.
think we can stop right there. So, mainly what he's doing now is just talking about the things he's trying to do to find work. So, but that's not what I'm here to talk about. By the way, that guy could benefit from having a middleman business. I will say that, where he could be the middleman and teach someone. I'm sorry, and find customers for other businesses because he seems like somebody who's professional and care about their well being. So he could create a middleman business from his phone because if his issue is making money, he can make money right now today. He can use his phone to book customers, take a deposit, and dispatch the work. He could partner with any ISP, what I call ISP, Independent Service Pro, in his area. So he might even know a friend. For instance, if he has a friend who does hair, does nails, walk dogs, babysit, uh, vehicle detail, home cleaning, window cleaning, garage repair, moving, commercial cleaning, any of those, he could literally link up with his friend and say, hey, what do you normally charge for a job? Bam, I charge this much. And then let's say they charge, that certain amount, he can just add a few dollars for his commission. So if he connects with a friend who has like a home cleaning service and says, how much you charge to home clean? And that person might say, oh, for that, I'll charge, for the average job about 200. And then he could say, all right, if I find you a customer, would you be willing to work with me, partner with me? And they could say yes. And so he could go out, this is what I would do. He could go out and just find a customer and say, hey, we offer cleaning service. Reach out if you need cleaning. Customer contacts him, say, hey, yeah, I need to get cleaning. He says, yeah, it's going to cost, let's say, $275. And so the person who's going to do the work only charged him 200. He charged the customer 275. He doesn't take the 275. He only takes the difference, which is the 75. That's his DC. I know my students know this, but most people don't. So this is the deposit commission. So on one phone call, or they could text him and get booked, or they could email him and get booked, however he wants to do it. But let's just say they call him and say, hey, I need to get my house clean. Okay, bet this day, this time, give me your information. I got somebody that's going to come out and clean and do a great job. So he'll take the information. By the way, in order for me to get you scheduled, I require a $75 deposit. If he doesn't have a way to take cards, he can Zelle, he can Cash App. He can send an invoice through a bunch of different apps where the invoice will go there and they'll pay the invoice. $75 goes into his account. He could even say, hey, I'm going to send you a Zelle. This Zelle goes in. We'll go ahead and set you up. Send them a confirmation email and a copy of the receipt. Hey, we got that. Just letting you know we got you scheduled for this day, this time. contact his friend and say, hey, I got a job, Friday, 9 a.m., this house, they're going to pay you $200 when you're done. Bam, send the work to them. They got all the customer's information. Go knock it out. And that person just made $75 today from their phone. That's why I love Middleman. That's why it's so easy. That's why I built this channel, teach you how to build a business from your phone. That's a small example. You could do way better than that. But I'm just saying, if you're at home and you're not working, you need to be middlemaning something right now. If you know anybody who does a service, partner with them today and say, hey, what do you charge? Right? So how much can I charge the customer? What will you do it for? And how much commission can I keep? So in an industry I'm in, like moving, hey, how much do the ISP, does the actual mover want? Yeah, I want to make $250 off the job. Okay, bet. All right, you want to make $250? How much can I charge the customer? Because the over $250 belongs to me. And I can say, I'll charge the customer $350. And then I charge the customer $350. The movers will do it for $250. So that's $100 difference. So at the end of getting the customer's information, hey, we require a deposit. Most people pay Visa, MasterCard, American Express. Which works best for you? $100 deposit, that goes into my account. That's how I do on Stripe. That's how I started. So that's why I don't have a job today. I don't want one, but I'm just sharing with you guys how to create a business. And if you want to learn how to do that, if you want me to like break it down step by step, give you the blueprint, put the word middleman in the comments below. And so this guy, he could benefit from having a side hustle like that. And he could still look for a job but still make money in a day. Imagine if he makes $75 and he does 2 people, that's $150 from his house in 10 minutes. That's the beauty of knowing how to make money when you're not at work. And that's why I keep telling you guys, number one, he hit on jobs are not safe, secure, reliable. They're going to lay you off. At some point, you will be let go. That's just the way it is. In fact, every day that the company wakes up and they can't fire you is a bad day for the company. Because trust me, they want to fire you more than you know. They want to get that expense column as low as possible. And that means getting rid of a lot of you. So because I would do it, you would do it. You'd be sitting there going, okay, so expenses are too high. If I fire this guy, I could save myself $100,000. I could put that in my pocket. But what am I going to do with his work? Oh, I could give the work to someone else. And if they can't handle it, I could divide the work with the 3 peers there. Well, hey, why do you think these people would be willing to work for the same salary and do more work, double the work? Oh, I told you the money. I told you to leverage on the business side, the job side. Oh, they'll do it. How do you know? Because if they don't, they're going to get fired. They want to keep their job, right? Yeah. How do you know that? Well, because they pay all their bills with the paycheck from this company. You think they want to be in a position where they can't pay their bills? No, I think they want to be able to pay their bills. Right, exactly. So they're not going anyway. Here's another reason. Look outside. What do you see? Oh, I see a new car. Exactly. You think he want to lose his new car? No. You think he makes money any other way? No. He makes money only here. He's here all the time. Exactly. So if he loses his job, he loses his car. You think he want to lose his car? No. Then he don't want to lose his job. That's the leverage they have that you don't have. So another point he hit on, saving money in the bank. He said, if you have family and friends you're helping out and stuff like that, they'll come and get that money very quickly. Listen, I keep telling you, life and time will take the money away from you. It's just the way it is. Life and time will come and get that for you. It'll take it away for you. It'll clean your bank account for you. Life and time is just going to do that on its own. So sitting on money is one of the worst things you could do. Piling money in a bank account and leaving it there is one of the worst things you could do. A better thing you could do, if this guy would have done it, instead of sitting on his money, because that money's going to be gone in no time, because most people don't have much money in there anyway. Why not, if he would have thought about this 6 months ago, a year ago, hey, how about I start using some of this money to try to figure out how to make more money? Then he may try something and it hits. He may try something and it misses. But the important part is he learning how to use money to make money instead of using his time to make money. Because eventually it's going to run out of time. Nobody's going to want to buy it, right? And that's what a job is, selling your time for a little bit of money. And so if he would have learned that earlier or sooner, he'd probably be in a position where he's like, I got laid off, but it's not that bad. I actually got a vending machine that's been working for the past 6 months. I actually started a middleman business listening to this guy, Shon-Jhon, on YouTube, and took his word, started a business on my phone. So I've been doing okay. Now that I'm laid off, I'll focus on that even more. And so that's the game I try to give to you guys. He mentioned his house. His house is in jeopardy. You know why? And I didn't really hit on that, but you guys know why. ACL, asset times cash flow equals liability. Never buy a house with a what? Exactly, a paycheck. Never sign the dotted line to a mortgage if your paycheck is your only source of income. Because if you lose your paycheck, just like this guy, you might be in jeopardy of losing your house. A better way to do it would be to acquire an asset, let the asset create cash flow, use the cash flow to buy the liability, in this case, the house. Well, the house is a liability? Absolutely. Anything that takes money out of your pocket is a liability to you. I don't care what people tell you. Follow the rules of cash flow. Cash flow to you from the thing, it's an asset. Cash flows away from you from the thing, it's a liability. When you buy a house and you rent it to someone else who pays you, asset. When you buy a house and you live in it and you pay someone else to live in it, liability. Now you know. Wherever the cash flow goes, now you know. So, but tying a house to a paycheck, very, very dangerous. What would have been better? If he would have used the money to acquire the asset, let the asset produce cash flow pay for his house. So if he had a middleman business or a vending machine or something else, or something on the side, some side hustle that was making enough money to cover his mortgage, he wouldn't be stressing about losing his house. All right. I hope we're good. I hope this helps somebody. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. And I hope you guys have a wonderful, blessed day. When I come back, I promise I'll be able to see. So I apologize for the dark video, but I got to keep the lights off today. And I'm probably about to leave the office because I can't get much work done today because I can't even turn the lights on. And I don't want the computer screen to mess with my eyes. So, but anyway, I had a thorough eye exam because I was kind of worried about some things turn out. I was 100% okay. Thank God. Very thankful for that. You don't want to, trust me, you don't want to be without your eyesight. And so I'm blessed. Thank God. And I'll take care of my eyes and my health, and you guys do the same. If you want to be in that middleman, if you want to get that free training, that free blueprint, I'm all over the place, then go ahead and put the word middleman in the comments below. Do it now, or click the link in the video description. Let me know what you guys think. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree? Do you have your own opinion? Definitely do it. And for those of you who are out there and you know these jobs are not safe, if you don't mind, drop a testimony. Let folks know that what we're saying is true and should not be taken lightly. All right, guys, have a blessed day. See you on the next video. Peace.